Blevins got on her first time at bat by an error on the third baseman.
The 0-1 is popped up and foul.
As we talked about earlier, first and third, sometimes bunting is one of the strategies. Blevins tried to square around and get that one in.
The 0-2 from Graves is low past the catcher. So Bartman will advance to second on that play. Runners at second and third now for Metamora.
And still no outs.
Swung on and missed, but caught by the catcher, so it'll be a strikeout.
Good job by the pitcher helping herself out that time. That's going to bring up Kern. Still excellent position for the Redbirds. Got one out and runners at second and third. Oh, that's another good opposite field. Oh,
Just foul.
that was that's ideal, just like what Bartman did with her opposite field on the ground, allowed a runner to get across. We just didn't quite keep it fair.
That one's a little dribbler to the third baseman, flipped into the catcher.
Yep, nice
Out.
play.
That'll be 2 outs now. Bartman over at third. Kern reaches on the fielder's choice, and I believe Anna Barrow is the hitter, if I have that right.
Yep, number 15, Anna Barrow's coming up. We have runners at first and third again. Situations kind of dwindle a little bit on here. You got 2 outs, so there's not as many opportunities for the offense as there is for the defense right now. Got to put the ball in play right now. You never know. You got to make things happen. Got runner in third in good scoring position.
That one's in there for a strike. 0-1. Runner on third, 2 outs, tied at 1.
Okay.
Kern will advance to second on that one. 0-2 now. 2 outs. See if the Birds can push another run across here to take the 2-1 lead.
Oh, okay.
Fouled off. Good to see Channel 25's Jim Matson here tonight.
Hope he'll get to see Barrow at the ball in a very timely spot in the game. See what Anna can do.
The 0-2. Grounded over to third. Allie Emmert makes the play over to first. We're still tied at 1.
You know, that third baseman really made 2 nice plays. She had that little short hit to her at third, and she flipped it to home, got the runner trying to get to home on that one. Then she really made a nice play on that one to first base, too. Perfect throw to first base for the third out.
You know, Matson being here reminds me of, for those that watched the local news a couple of nights ago, I believe it was East Peoria's Haley Rennick, do I have that right? Made a home run saving catch in right field at a game over at Eastside. Film was sent to ESPN, but no luck on the top 10 there, but it was still a spectacular play if you had a chance to see that. You could probably still look that play up on the website if you wanted to.
We have a tie game. That's the best part of it so far. Game's 1-1 going into the, looks like the top of the 5th. And it's going to bring up the number 9 batter again. That's Haley Rennick, the one that Alex just started talking about a little bit. Done a great play earlier. She made it to first last time. She had a double, actually. Had a double over the left fielder's head, over Skinner's head.
That one's a strike, 0-2. Rennick's double, I believe, one of 2 stand-up doubles for the Raiders thus far.
That is correct.
That one swung on and missed.
All
A
right.
strikeout for Litvack.
Good job. Keep that momentum going right now. Got a tie game. Sydney gets another strikeout. That is her 3rd strikeout of the game. That brings up Ashley Emmert, shortstop. 1 out.
First pitch to Emmert is a strike. 0-1. Again, the 0-1 from Litvack to Emmert is high and outside, evens it at 1. Grounded to Tucker at short. Nice play by Abby Tucker over to first. 2 down.
That brings up Kat Smith, second baseman. Number 2 batter in the order.
So the pitch from Litvack is just a bit high and outside. Allie Emmert warming up in the bullpen for East Peoria. That pitch is a ball as well, 2-0. Pitch from Litvack is popped way up. That might be out of here. No, it's just going to stay in, and Corinne Kern will pull one in just in front of us here.
I'm glad that one didn't go over the fence. That would have almost landed right on my table. Has a well-hit ball, though, but we got out of the inning unscathed. Went 1, 2, 3. And the Redbirds are going to be coming up with 9-1-2. We got Skinder, Guth, and Tucker.
Again, normally Scott Kirker would be here calling the game with you tonight. Scott at home not feeling well, so we want to send our best to him, and hopefully he'll make a return to the broadcast booth here in the near future. Again, tied at 1. Quick update here. Tied at 1 here in the 5th. Metamora East Peoria senior night for softball. Again, Alex Staub, Randy Tepke here with you. It's been a pretty swiftly played game here. We had a couple of chances for Metamora to jump on East Peoria here, get a couple of runs. None of them have turned out. We'd like to get it going this inning for sure.
Okay, it's going to bring up Morgan Skinder, leading off for the Redbirds. Starting out the bottom of the 5th. Game tied 1-1.
First pitch from Graves of the 5th inning. Bottom of the 5th inning. 1-0. The 1-0 from Graves coming. That one's a strike, evens the count at 1. That one's a strike as well.
Nice low outside pitch.
That one's a ball, 2-2. Last pitch is a ball again. Count evens at 2. Fowler.
Good job fighting off that tough pitch.
The 2-2 from Graves is swung on right
Base
up the
hit.
left field line.
Oh, it's going through. Got to get her there. Got to get her there. She should be on third. Should be on third.
She's going to go for it, and she's going to get there. So
Okay.
I would mark that a single with an E9.
That's correct. The 2 extra bases. We got a runner on third base with no outs, and our 1, 2, and 3 hitters coming up.
Big spot here for Kaylee Guth. Again, tied at 1. Redbirds are looking to get on top here in the bottom of the 5th.
See what they do with the bunt, or are they swinging away?
That one's a ball low outside, 1-0.
See what Coach Linder likes to do in this situation. Got pretty good speed at third base. Boy, you can do a lot more things when you have that speed. A lot more options.
That one's in there for a strike, evens the count at 1. Squares around, almost made a play, did the first baseman there. So 1 and 2 count.
Guth is probably going to hit away on this pitch now with 2 strikes on her. Got to put it in play. Be awfully nice if she could hit it toward the right side of the field on the ground. That'd be ideal.
The pitch from Graves is outside, but Skender is still safe over at third.
Ferguson made a nice throw, a little snap throw down third base, trying to pick her off at third.
And that's not the first time she's forced a close play over there.
I know it. Got to respect that arm.
2 and 2 now to Kaylee Guth. Morgan Skender on third. That one is foul.
Doing a good job trying to get it to the right side. That's where we need it, but we need it on the ground. A lot more things can happen if they're on the ground.
This would be big. We don't know the result of the Washington-Morton game, but East Peoria's conference title hopes are hanging in the balance of this game.
You know, if we get an opportunity, why don't you go ask Jim Matson, who won that game. Oh, that's trouble.
A pop-up
brought
brought
in
by Emmert. I do want to mention Jim telling us Washington was winning 10-0 in the second inning.
Ooh.
So Panthers will win that one.
That was a great catch by Emmert. Those are game-saving catches right there. They really are. I mean, that was a really nice catch by Ashley Emmert at short. That ball could have easily dropped over the top of her head. So we got 1 out with a runner
Abby
still
Tucker,
on third.
the hitter. Man, if we could push that runner across from third and get that at least a 2-1 lead, that'd mean the world for Litvak and the Redbird defense.
Sure would. We're getting pretty late in the game right now.
Tucker, that one is low and outside. 2-0 now with 1 out. The 2-0.
That's going to be
That's a base
one.
hit. Nice single by Abby Tucker, and the Birds lead 2-1 in the bottom of the 5th.
Okay, want to keep going. Don't need to stop now with just 1 run. 2-1 lead at this point in time. Got a lot of speed at first base. We'll see what happens. We have Maddie Vansel up.
That one's in there for a strike, 0-1.
I think the Redbirds have a lot of respect for their catcher Ferguson. they don't stray too far off that base now. They know she's got that snap throw.
That one's popped foul again. Yeah, they do. They are respecting it in the sense that we saw that play just this past, just recently here over at third, and then she had that other snap throw over to first, forcing some awfully close plays there for the Redbird base runners. Fouled off. 0-2 now. Still one out. That pitch is low and outside. 1-2 now. The pitch from Graves popped up. No chance.
Out of play.
Still 1-2. Banfield doing a good job battling here against Graves.
Trouble, could be
Vansel.
trouble. Good arm by Emmert, though. That's a good play. She's got a strong arm. Got a really strong arm. But we did get the runner to advance to second base, so we are in scoring position. So Maddie Vansel did a great job of moving that runner and putting her in the scoring position. That's going to bring up number 18, Sydney Litvack. Chance to add another run.
Two outs now. Again, the pitch to Litvack is a ball. 1-0. Fouled off. 1-1 now.
We could use another timely hit right now, Alex.
Sure could. I mean, like I said, we got that runner in scoring position with Tucker at second. Getting that other run and then a potentially two-run lead would be huge for Metamora.
Yes, it would. One run's always easy to get back in softball, but two makes it a lot tougher.
Nice pitch there by Graves, evens the count at 2.
But aggressive swing, though, by Sydney. I mean, she went after that pitch. It was a good pitch, but, boy, she battled after that one.
So 2-2 count, 2 outs, 2-1 Redbirds in the bottom of the 5th. The pitch from Graves. Litvack lets that one go, and wisely so. Full count now.
Full count. See what happens here. Big pitch.
I believe that's Bartman on deck. Three-two to Litvack. Is taken for a ball. Litvack walks, so now Litvack at first, Tucker at second.
Yeah, Sydney's walked the last 2 times at bat, so now we got runners at first and second. Kelsey Bartman up.
Sarah Morris will courtesy run again at first. A brief timeout on the field, so Coach Linder will have some time to go over the game plan here with his players, and East Peoria infield meeting at the mound.
Bartman had a big base hit last inning.
Sure did. just over an hour into this one. Hour and 2 minutes after first pitch. So now Bartman will hit after the timeout there. Morse at first, courtesy running for Litvak. Abby Tucker at second. Again, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Redbirds by 1. This is a huge spot here for Bartman. Allie Emmert pitching. That one's a ball, 1-0. Now with Graves out of the game, it's safe to say she did a pretty good job, but made a couple of mistakes. But she overall did a pretty good job against the Redbird lineup. That pitch is in there for a ball, 2-0.
Yeah, at this point, she only allowed 4 hits.
That one looked like it was inside, came back into the middle of the zone, but it was still a ball, 3-0. Probably a little low on that pitch. Ball 4, bases loaded.
Bases loaded, yeah. Nice.
So again, Tucker at third, Morse at second, Bartman at first. Blevins the hitter. Man, on senior night, this would be a great spot for one of our 2 seniors to come up big here.
Ooh, there's a ball, a pass ball. We're going to score.
Tucker scores and the Birds lead 3-1. Allie Emmert, the pitcher, a little slow to get up on that one. Seems to be all right. So heads up play by Tucker there. She scores. Birds lead. Emmert may have cut herself possibly on that, getting some water for to clean up the cut a bit maybe, and then we'll get back going here. So Blevins still up. Hunter's on second and third now after Tucker scored on that play.
Make something happen.
A little bit of time here in between pitches. We do have the 1-0 count after the pass ball. That one's in there for a strike, evens the count at 1. That one's in there for a strike as well, 1-2 now. A reminder, our next Redbird replay broadcast will be the Soccer Regional Championship Friday night. That one's in there for a strike, 3 outs.
But the damage is done. Redbird's got a 3-1 lead going into the top of the 6th. That was done on 2 hits, 1 error, and looks like there are 2 left on base.
In conversation with our athletic director, Jared Hart, over the past couple of days, I heard something like 13 or 14 baseball games here at Metamora over the weekend. We're hosting part of the sophomore tournament for baseball, and then we have the Redbird Round Robin. So not only a big and important weekend in Metamora sports, but big in the sense also that we got a lot of ball games going on.
Yeah, we sure do. It's going to be a beautiful weekend, too. It's supposed to be nothing but sun. So, yeah, 13 games
Knock
is
on
what,
wood.
13 games is what Mr. Hart did say. And we're playing varsity baseball, sophomore baseball, then we also have the varsity tournament going on here at for softball teams. Okay, so we're starting out with the number 3 hitter in the lineup, Remy Ferguson, the catcher.
I believe the Redbirds softball team will be in action the 23rd That one's fouled off. I believe the game is against Dunlap at Dunlap. I believe that's the regional quarterfinal, May 23rd.
That is correct.
Don't know the first pitch time or any of that, but I do know it's May 23rd against Dunlap at Dunlap.
Pretty sure it's at 4:30, Alex.
4:30. Alrighty then.
Base hit.
Yep, that one's over to Blevins.
Got to settle in again here. We can allow one run to get across, but not two. Got to buckle down here a little bit. That's going to bring up Maddie Bambrick, the right fielder. Bambrick grounded out to the shortstop.
That one's called a strike, 0-1. Raiders get one on here with no outs. They will look to capitalize off that. The pitch from Litvak is swung and missed. Dropped by Vansel, but nothing comes of it. Runner will stay at first.
Nice pitch. Nice pitch.
Another strikeout for Litvak. 1 out.
That's Sydney's fourth strikeout of the game.
Formerly the pitcher, now I believe playing at first base, Alyssa Graves now hitting for East Peoria. That one's right up the middle. Nice glove there by Litvak. Tucker will try and turn the double play, but it'll go past the first baseman.
All right, good force out, though. We want to get that lead runner. We got 2 outs. Still have a runner at first base, but that's a lot better than second. So great play by Litvak. Getting that force play at second base.
Normally when I commentate, I try to name a Digimax player of the game. That might be kind of tough tonight.
I don't know. I think Abby Tucker's got to be one of the leaders. She's had some nice plays defensively, and she came up with the big RBI that gave us a second run. But we're far from being over in this game yet, so we.
Oh yeah, I mean, you say 2 runs makes it harder, but it nowhere even close puts it away.
No, not even close.
Because the Raiders will have, after this half inning, they will have at least one more chance at bat in the top of the 7th. And we're going to cross our fingers and hope there's no need for the top of the 8th. That one's outside.
That's not good. 3-1 count. We don't want to put another runner on base. And we don't want to put a runner in second base for a running good opportunity to score a run.
Stabbed by Bartman. Did they rule that foul? Yes, they did. Better safe than sorry, though. Bartman made the smart play there. Waited for the umpire to signal foul. Full count now with 2 outs. This is a big pitch.
The runners will be moving on the pitch. Best play to make right now is probably going to be to first base. Bartman, big play. Got it done. Redbirds got her done. We're going into the bottom of the 6th inning with a 3-1 lead. The Raiders only have 3 more outs to go.
Who do we have due up for us to possibly get a run or 2 more on the board?
It looks to me like it's going to be Kern, Barrow, and Skinder. Let's see here.
We talked in some. I remember you and Scott in some earlier broadcasts talking about how when East Peoria had that long-running 50-plus game Middle Illini winning streak, their last loss prior to that streak beginning was